Okay, guys. Hello, YouTube. This is Roxana's Kitchen back with you. I'm going to show you what I eat throughout the week and how I lost 114 pounds in 42 days. And this was one of the meals that I would eat. This is a strip steak. I'm sorry. Grilled sirloin is the technical correct name, I think, for it. That I got. Now you can see that the steak is in a bag. So what I did when I bought these on Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, Saturday. I took them out of the package, their store packages, and I rinse my meat off. I know some people don't, but I do rinse mine off a little bit, very gently and carefully in the sink. My sink has two sides. I don't do it in the big part, but I do it in the little small, sorry, I keep moving the camera, the little small part, and I just rinse it off a little bit, and then I stuck the steaks in this plastic bag here. I poured a whole container of beef broth in there, and I added Bragg's coconut aminos. I didn't really measure. I just put some in there. I didn't use the whole bottle of the aminos. I just put a good portion in there, but I did use, like I said, the whole container of the beef broth. But before I sat the steaks in the liquid, I seasoned them with pink Himalayan salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. So I let them sit for a little while on the counter in the bag, and basically until I went to bed on Saturday. And then I put them in the freezer and let them sit in the juices while they froze. And then today I just thawed them out. And I just let the steaks, thaw out and in their juices and stuff. So they should be nice and marinated. I was going to use a cast iron skillet grill to cook these up in, but I found out, and I'm not really sure how this happened, but mine was rusted. So now I'm going to have to replace it. But I'm going to just cook them up in my skillet over here. Ta-da! So we're just gonna do that. So I'll let you guys watch me do this. I haven't had steak in a long time. I don't buy it a whole lot because it tends to be expensive, but I did get some this week. I found these steaks individually wrapped ones. I got them at Publix, and they're like the no hormones, no like GMOs, and all that good stuff. And they were, yeah, like I said, they were just like kind of individually wrapped ones, and I found them at a pretty good price. So I'm gonna stick these bad boys in the skillet. I do not cook with oil, so I'm going to use the broth juice from the bag here to use as a liquid to cook with, which is what I normally do. So I always normally cook with broths anyway. So if I'm making a meat like a steak, I'll use a beef broth. I will use chicken for chicken broth, vegetable broth for vegetables to cook in, seafood broth for seafood. So I use the broth in place of oil. So I'm going to get these started real quickly. rinse my hands off here for just a minute because I got some juice on there. So let's get these guys cooking. So what I like to do, because these steaks are kind of thick, so they're going to take a little bit to cook up, some time. So I kind of like to kind of make like a little slit in the steak here. Little hole. Well, slit, I should say. Just stick with that word. And it helps them just cook a little bit on the inside better, because we like our steaks well done. So I just, I'll show you. Like I said, I just made some slits in the middle there. And, you know, these guys, like I said, they're kind of thick. So this will help them kind of get cooked up a little quicker. Won't take as long. So let's see here. Let's adjust you guys. Yeah. Okay. Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. Over here knocking things over. So I will kind of just put a lid on this for right now. And I'm going to let that cook. So let's move on to the Brussels sprouts that we're going to make. So this is going to be my vegetable. And I'm also cooking for other people, so this is not all my food. So let's see here. Got too much stuff over here on the counter. So let's get to our. What I did with the Brussels sprouts was that I just earlier today, I went ahead and just cut them up, and I just cut them in half. And I bought like one kind of big bag and like one kind of small bag of Brussels sprouts. I thought that would, instead of buying just like 2 big bags, I thought that would be sufficient. So what I'm going to do with these guys is, let's see here. I'm going to put some, I'm going to use some low sodium soy sauce. Or you could use Bragg aminos if you wanted to as well. You could do that. But I'm going to put like a little bit of that on here. And then I'm going to use some pink Himalayan salt. And you can be generous with pink Himalayan salt. Not table salt or Celtic salt, but you can be generous with pink Himalayan salt if you kind of like things on the salty side. And then this is just garlic powder. I like garlic powder, so I'll probably use a good amount. I don't know. I don't measure out, so I don't know, maybe a tablespoon or something like that. So then I'm just going to stir this stuff up in the bowl. Want to get it coated really good, so you want to make sure you stir everything up really good. And I might add like a little bit more salt just to get it even, make sure everything's evened out. Oh, and I forgot. Where's the pepper? Okay, we're gonna use some pepper. Go easy on the pepper. Don't put too much of that in. I mean, unless you just really like it. And I set the oven to 400, and I'm going to cook these Brussels sprouts for 30 minutes. So we'll get the sheet pan out over here and get that started. Sometimes, you know what? I want to also add to this a little bit of, I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable broth to this as well. Just give it some liquid since I'm not using oil. So just give it a little bit of vegetable broth and maybe just stir that around a little bit more. Okay, so you just, you got the aminos, you got the broth on there. So we're going to get the sheet pan out. So let's take you guys over here to the sheet pan. We're going to get this prepared. Put some foil on the sheet pan. This can kind of get a little messy because of the juices. So I like to use the foil, and then I put some parchment paper on top. Try to help keep the pan clean as possible, so hopefully you don't have to get it too messy. And then we're just gonna dump the Brussels sprouts on here. We're going to spread them out. And the oven just beeped. I preset it already for 400. So let's stick these bad boys in. All right, they're in the oven, guys. So it's on 400, and again we're going to set it for 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll let that count down. And the steaks, they're still cooking. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just going to cook these into their about medium well done, the steaks. And then I will weigh out 113 grams of the steak to eat. And then I will have 113 grams of the vegetables. that are in the oven. And then I will oops. All right. I will. There we go. I have one of my pre-measured out fruits in a jar, the jelly jar. So I will have this is already 113 grams of fruit. So I will just eat my fruit out of the jar, and that will be what I have for dinner. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for dinner. So like I said, I'm just waiting, gonna finish cooking these steaks up. And I'm going to, vegetables are in the oven, and I'm just going to pair them together. So right now, and I'm going to go into this more later when I do like a sit down video where you guys will actually see my face. But right now, because I'm still in the losing phase, I do not exercise. I will add exercise later, and I'll explain that. But right now, I've lost all 114 pounds without exercising. Now, I'm not saying that to tell you not to exercise. That is not what I'm saying. Exercise is fun, or great, do it. I mean, it's fine. But just the particular way I'm going about this is that I'm going to wait till I get down to my ideal weight, and then I'm going to exercise. Because I'm taking in such little calories right now because I'm trying to lose. So I'm kind of just focusing on that right now. And I'm just losing weight by how I eat. And I've lost 114 pounds without exercising, but I do want to implement. I like exercising, I like walking, and I like doing lifting weights and stuff. So I am going to implement that back once I get down to my ideal weight, and then I will adjust my calories accordingly to that. Because I'm going to have to up my calories once I get to my ideal weight to maintain it. And like I said, I'll go into that more a little later. But yes, I'm waiting for these guys to finish cooking. And like I said, veggies in the oven. I'm just going to pair those together. Have my, ignore that big can of fruit. But have my small can of fruit. And for the fruit, what I have mixed in there, I have blueberries, strawberries, watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew melon. That's my mixture, and oranges. So I have an assortment, and raspberries. That's kind of what I rotate between. So that's what I'm doing, guys. And that's about all for tonight. I already had the steak pre-marinated, so I just, stuck it in here to cook, so that was no biggie. And then of course you saw me with how I made the Brussels sprouts up. So, and make sure your soy sauce that you use is low sodium. And that's it, guys. Like and subscribe and share my videos. And if you have a YouTube channel and you like my channel and share some of my videos, I'll do the same for you. And if you are on a weight loss journey and you need some ideas, then I'm here for you. All right. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.